Conversations. I'm Joe Bertolta. The beauty pageant season is brewing hotly, and with us today is the Philippine candidate to this year's Miss Asia USA. Please welcome to the Freeman Conversations, Maria Fatima Osmeña. Hello, Fatima. Thanks for joining
Hi,
us.
hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me, Jobert. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and we're glad to have you. This is the first time we're actually hearing about this pageant, but this is based in the US, correct?
Yes, it is. It's gonna be in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, and you will be representing the Philippines. How did this happen? What made you say yes? Because we heard this is actually your very first beauty pageant ever.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So I joined this pageant for most likely for more experience for me because it's my first time, and also I want to make my country proud of me also, and also with my advocacy that I'm supporting right now, which is the mental health awareness, and also I'm adding the preserving our marine life. That's what really matters the most for me. That's why I joined this pageant.
Great to know. Great to know. All right. To those of you who might not know, Fatima is a nurse. She is actually practicing in the US. Been there for quite a while, but she was born and raised in Cebu. How did you end up in the US, Fatima?
I just want to continue. I have my passion for being a nurse, and my family also moved down there. So I've decided to just continue working there as a nurse also.
Hmm. Okay, before we go to your experience, because we heard that you have had quite an experience as a nurse, especially at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we're going to be talking about that later on, rather. But for now, please tell us about this pageant more. Miss Asia USA, do I get it correctly that you will be competing against other Asian Americans in this
Ye-
competition?
Yes, it's true. It's true. So, Miss Asia USA is a premier cultural pageant for Asian women. So, who traces their ancestry for within 58 countries that I'm fighting with. So, sorry, each delegate represents their country's cultures.
Mhm. What about you? What do you hope to bring to the competition as a representative of the Philippines?
Of course, I wanna bring home the crown to the Philippines.
Yeah, yeah. But as an Asian American and Filipino American for that matter, what do you hope to showcase as a Filipina candidate in Miss Asia USA?
Of course, I want to show internationally what we have as a Filipinos, especially our Filipino traits and Filipino culture and what we have. And
Mm.
especially I'm a Cebuana. We're
Yeah,
known
right.
for being so strong and very empowered.
That's right. Does it put some pressure on you, Fatima, that not only Filipino representatives but representatives from Cebu are actually making it big in not only national competitions but international competitions? Last year, our representative from the Philippines, the Miss Universe, made it to top five, and then just recently, our representative to Miss International Queen won the competition, both from Cebu.
Yes, yes, yes. Actually, it's a lot of pressure, but I keep on reminding myself that, I have to sit back and relax because I need to be mentally prepared for everything, not just mentally, but physically and emotionally for this one.
Mm. Right. What are your preparations? Please tell us.
My preparation right now, I'm doing 101% by studying and practicing pageantry, modeling with everything. And as what I've said, I'm keeping myself physically healthy, mentally healthy, emotionally healthy, and of course, financially.
Right. Okay. Who's helping you? Are you having your rehearsals, practices, preparations in Cebu as you
Yes,
speak?
yes, I do. A lot of my friends and families are supporting me so much right now, which is I'm going back next week to LA again.
Okay. What's going to be the competition areas, the areas of competition in Miss Asia USA?
What do you mean? I'm so sorry.
Right. Because pageants have areas of competition, right? Like swimsuit, evening gown, other pageants of talent competitions. Even since this is a cultural, as you mentioned earlier, a cultural pageant, what can we expect? What kind of competition can we expect from this?
So this pageant is about culture, beauty, and unity of diversity. So, of course, cultural will always gonna be there, which is I'm very, very excited to represent my culture, especially the cultural native gown, the evening gown, swimsuit, and everything. So I'm beyond blessed and grateful for all the support I have here in Cebu, and most probably I'll be back soon before the pageant.
Mm. If I may ask, Fatima, are you now a full-fledged American citizen, dual citizen?
No, actually, I'm just a green card for now.
Ah, all right, all right.
Yes, a permanent resident.
Okay. But what are you most proud of being a Filipino um, there in the United States?
Of course, I'm very proud. I'm very proud of being a Filipina. After everything, I was born and raised here in the Philippines. I know how we are. I know how we fight. I know our culture and trait. Even though I live there, I still have my full-blown Filipino traits.
Yung mga isog ra ba ni mga Cebuano, Fatima,
Pag
no?
isog jud kaayo mo, laban gyud.
Tinood, tinood. And
Believe me,
speaking
I'm
of,
a beginner. Oh my God, I want to fight. I want to see
yeah,
how it is, and I want to make everyone proud of me.
yeah, we wish you good luck on
Thank you
that.
so much.
Kaning kaisog sa mga Cebuanos, you yourself survived a very, should I say, painfully harrowing experience globally with the
Mm-hmm.
COVID pandemic, because as a registered nurse, I'm sure you are in the front line in responding to the COVID crisis. How was it working at the height of the pandemic?
It was really, really hard. Actually, I've never experienced that ever in my life. And I think that's the hardest part of my life working in during pandemic. As much as my family doesn't, they're scared of me because of, what's going on. But I could see them how hard it is, how traumatizing, how sad people pass away, the families that can even touch them. We're always there for them in the end. So that's why I'm supporting mental health awareness. I could see how traumatizing it is for them.
Mm. What was in your mind at that point, Fatima? Because it seems like, for example, in 2020, 2021, we've experienced several surge of cases. So what was going on through your mind at that point? Because I myself was asking, are we going to survive this? When is this going to end?
I know, even us, we question that ourselves as nurses, but we can't do anything at all. All we have to do is fight for it.
One day at a time.
One day at a time, yes. We give
What was the
positive
biggest lesson?
hopes. What was that again? I'm so
uh,
sorry.
what was the biggest lesson for you as a healthcare worker in the front lines?
My biggest lesson is just to have faith in God. Yes.
Okay.
During pandemic, all we have to do is just pray and have faith in God, and everything is possible.
Okay. Did you ever reach a point of surrender um, at the height of the pandemic?
I
Because
did.
many actually
I
have.
did actually. I did. I was at the point na galisod na jud ko. Like I felt so bad. Like I can't even go home, rest for how many hours because all I have to do is work and work, which is, you know, uh, it gives me strength, even though how depressing it is. But to help other people is a really, really big deal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, at that point, Rabigit Fatima, especially in 2020, no, California was one of the states in the US with the most number of cases.
Yes. Uh-huh.
And
Pero
in the
laban gyud.
Philippines, laban yun. And in the
Laban
Philippines,
gyud.
one of the biggest problems in Cebu in particular at that point also is the lack of power, particularly nurses. No? Kailangan po mga, especially katong mga fresh graduates na nanghadlok pa ng mo join sa industry and the profession because of the threat of the COVID-19 pandemic. What's your
Yes, yes.
those, especially at mga fresh graduates ng nurses?
I know kay Bok lisod kaayo, especially fighting COVID. You know how hard it is, but giving an opportunity for you to be a nurse and experience this, it's really a big deal in your life. It's a very big deal that you can have it. Like the experience itself, it's unreplaceable. Like helping people going through it, like it's it's the best experience.
Kung sa pinaka-memorable ng mga experience as a nurse during the pandemic, Fatima?
During pandemic, it's
Yeah.
most probably I could say that I've been most probably living in the hospital already for 24 hours or more than that. I just don't care as long as I help them. I could see how hard it is.
That's right. And lisod man po kayo, no, going what do you call that? There were many rules in hospitals even
There
until today,
is, yeah,
translated,
yes.
especially sa mga healthcare workers.
Mm-mm. Lisod siya, but being a Filipino, being Cebuana, we love to fight. So whatever it takes, we just have to fight.
Right. And your experience, of course, brought you to your advocacy um,
Yes.
wave, especially for the pageant, and that is mental health awareness. And tinuod good during the COVID-19 pandemic, daghan kaayo ang or suffering from mental health. So, why have you chosen this, and what do you plan to do to capitalize on this advocacy of yours for the pageant?
Of course, being a healthcare worker, that's why I'm supporting mental health awareness because I want to keep on supporting them by giving them more love, more affection. Like, especially people that are going through depression. It's not easy. All we have to do is just be there with them, support them in everything that we could possibly do.
Mhm. What's a message ni mo, Fatima, especially to those who are mga non-believers, especially from the older generations, like for example, during in my generation, wala issue ng mga mental health, right? But of course, these are real issues that we have to address. But nagya po maingon nga, kulang nastagad ka ng mga inana. What's your message to them?
Dili man sad sa kulang sa tagad, some people have their strength and weaknesses. We cannot just judge them and we cannot just say, oh, they're weak. But that's what I'm just telling, people need to understand also that there's a lot of people who are going through a lot of depression, mental health, unstable, very unstable with treatment, with mental health. And yeah, so as much as possible, we just have to fight for it.
Mhm. And there are also many organizations now who are focusing efforts to address mental health issues. Have you already coordinated with these organizations back in the
Yes,
U.S., for example?
yes, I'm starting to organize that already to help them support mental health awareness. And of course, even though I'm still in pageantry, I'm still gonna continue as a nurse there. I'm not gonna stop working.
Are you on leave in the meantime?
Yeah, just for several weeks, but I'll be back next week though.
Okay. And the pageant is going to be when, Fatima?
That will be this year, November 19, 2022, in Los Angeles at Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center.
Okay. Speaking of pageantry, I know that this might be, and this is your very first time, but do you have idols in pageantry? Who do you look up to?
Miss Beatrice, of course.
Okay.
Yes, I love her. She's my idol. I look up on her. I was like, I want to be like her. It's for me. It's a pressure. It's a start for me, but hopefully,
Mm.
I'm aiming
Why,
for that
why
crown.
Bea?
What was that again?
Why Bea? Why is she your idol?
I could see her as a very strong woman. Like, well, just you know when you know it. So when I saw her, I was like, I want to be like her.
Okay. And hopefully also you will have the same success in pageantry as Beatriz Luigi Gomez. For the benefit of those watching, how did you get selected, Fatima, to represent the Philippines in Miss Asia, USA?
Of course, I went through screening and all, and after screening, they appointed me. And of course, who doesn't want to represent the Philippines? Um, all Filipinos in there like dying to have this title, and I'm so beyond grateful and so blessed to have this.
Okay. Can you give us an idea what you will showcase during the pageant? Your evening gown, for example, who's going to do it? Who will you be wearing? Your national costume, is it going to be like that?
So right now, I don't have enough details yet to which gun I'll be using because I'm still working on it. But I do have the vision that what I want to do for my cultural gown, which is I really want to do represent Philippines. Like, Cebuana naman ko, so I want to make it more a little bit with Santo Niño.
Okay. Okay. Of
Yes.
course, of course. Is there going to be a talent competition for this?
Um, actually, this pageant, we all just have to dance all together, which is yes,
Have you
dancing.
spoken, have you spoken to, I'm curious, have you spoken to other beauty queens? Have you gotten tips from any of them, especially those from Cebu?
Actually not yet, but hopefully this a few more like upcoming days, I'm gonna go and see them and meet them.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should. Because,
it's been very very busy lately. Very very busy.
yeah, I think you can look forward to speaking with them because the community in Cebu is very very tight, and the support that Cebuanas give to its candidates actually in beauty pageant is very very strong.
I know, and I'm very excited. I'm very very much excited for all the support Cebuanos are giving me.
Fatima, please invite everyone to support and of course watch your competitions, especially those in the US in LA.
Of course, everyone, I want you to watch me and support me as Maria Fatima Osmeña, representing Miss Asia USA for Philippines, guys. Please follow our link and social media for Miss Asia USA.
Are there any social media competitions that you need support for? This is your time to call for support.
No, actually, it's the only support that I want, the Miss Asia USA.
All right. This is going to be in November. Do you have the venue already?
Yes, this is going to be Redondo Beach Performing Arts Center in Los Angeles, California.
Okay, there you have it. Our representative to this year's Miss Asia USA, Cebuana, nurse who's working in the US, Maria Fatima Osmeña. Fatima, unless you have a few more words for your supporters, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Daghan salamat ninyong tanan. Maoning panahon na kailangan yun ako yung support to win and to bring back the crown.
Salamat kaayo. And we wish you
Salamat kaayo, Jobber. Thank you so much.
Miss Asia USA. Maria
Thank
Fatima Osmeña,
you.
Miss Philippines in Miss Asia USA 2022. And those of you watching, thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time here on the Freeman Conversations.